What's going on? This week, a little bit different video style. Two different videos. They're going to both be gear videos. One at 8:30, one at 8:45, just because they're two different products, so I'm going to split them up. But they're going to be kind of long-term gear reviews or after-use gear reviews. This one is going to be about these ones right here. These $50 Amazon insulated waterproof hiking boots. So a little backstory on these. I got these back in 2018, December 2018 to be exact. So that's 18 into 19, 19 into 20, 20 into 21. That's 3 winter seasons. Now, winter hiking seasons. These are not everyday boots for me. I only wear these when I'm hiking, backpacking, or shoveling snow in the winter. These are not summer boots. These aren't just because it's rainy boots, only in the winter. So these might have 200 or so miles on them, maybe 250 miles on them, but 3 full winter seasons with them. I'm going to touch on the boots a little bit, just in case this is the first video of these that you're seeing of mine, and then I'm going to talk about my experience with them. And then I went on Amazon and looked at the reviews, and I looked at the 1 and 2 star reviews to see what the biggest complaints people have with these are, and see if I can address those with my use. So let's get into the basics of the boots. They're still on Amazon. They're called the Nortiv8 hiking boots. When I got them, they were called the Nortiv8 hiking boots. I don't know. It's still Nortiv. I don't know why they changed it to Arctic just for winter boots, but that's what they're called. They run currently about $45 to $55, it looks like, so roughly the same price. And the design looks similar. All rubber lower with a pleather upper, right? There's stitching on these. I think they're all just glued together. There's a little stitching here, it looks like. But as you can see, with 200 miles on them, they don't look too bad, right? But it's not a bad looking boot. They're nothing fancy. It's got 3M insulation on the inside, and then just this kind of plastic and rubberized construction makes them waterproof. You got your kind of okay tread on the bottom, and mine came with 2 sets of laces. So obviously you get 2 of them, right? Because they're boots. It's a pair of boots. That's really the look, all you really need to know about the boots. For me, I noticed that I got these a half size up from what I typically get sometimes. Shoes are weird, depending on the manufacturer. Sometimes I'm 11.5, sometimes I'm a 10, depending on who makes them. So I got these at 10.5, and they're a little bit roomy in these, because I heard they ran big. But that's okay, because in the winter I'm going to wear heavier socks, and I'm usually going to wear like a neoprene sock as well to help with the waterproofness. So for me, that was okay, the bigger size. The issue I had with them when I first got them was this upper was really tight. Like if I laced it all the way up, this kind of created a hot spot on my ankle. But that, as they wore in, that went away. And I'm not crazy about the tread. It looks cool, but there's not a lot touching the ground on these, so they're not the best traction. For me, not a big deal, because I'm going to probably be in snow where you don't have good traction anyway, and if it's icy, I'm going to have my micro spikes on, which fit fine. So that wasn't a big issue, but if you're going to just be wearing them on wet rock, you might want to rethink that. They don't have the best tread, but it's held up pretty good for the amount of miles I've had on them. And then I'll show you just real quick how well they've worn. I haven't had any separation. I haven't had any real issues other than the hot spot. The okay, I guess, tread. It's not horrible. I'm not going to just fall down by putting them on. And the laces broke. The first pair of laces broke just this past winter. So they've held up pretty good. I was concerned about that spot right there. You can see this right in this area. I thought that was going to be a weak spot for the boot. I haven't had an issue yet with it. So 3 seasons, it's longer than I thought. I'll show you the other boot too. So, all right, so they're holding up pretty decent. I can't really complain for 50 bucks. You know, they're a little dirty. You can see a little bit of the glue right here is starting to show, but they're not leaking, not as far as I can tell. So yeah, so I'll wear these as a one layer of waterproof for my feet. Like I said, I'll wear an insulated waterproof sock, sealskins with these that go up to my knee, because I mean, you're really only waterproof up to about here. Inside here, you got, you know, where the tongue separates so you can get your foot in there. And, you know, if you get snow up above that or water above that, I mean, waterproof for boots is, it doesn't mean you're never going to get wet. It just means you're less likely to get wet. So dry and warm are key. These have kept my feet very warm. The 3M insulation works well, unless I'm standing still for a long time, but then you're not generating warmth with your feet. Keep in mind, insulation only helps keep heat in. These will not generate heat. When I looked at the Amazon reviews, what I saw the biggest problems were the eyelets coming off, right? When people tighten them down, like maybe after the first or second time, one of these would pop off. I have not had that problem. They are all intact. You can see on that boot and on this boot as well, all of them are intact. That's just a manufacturing thing. I mean, anytime you're mass producing something, you're going to have failures in it, right? So I haven't had an issue with it. I can't guarantee that it won't ever happen, but I haven't, none of them are even loose. So I've apparently got a good pair. Another problem people were having was separation where the glued seams are. I had not had that issue, so I don't know. This pair seems pretty decent. I haven't had that issue with them. I think it's a case-by-case basis. Again, sometimes things break. And then I did see some people that they had areas like where these little flex spots are where they broke. And again, not a problem with that. One of the big things I did see though were people saying, you know, I've worn them for 2 months. I'm a carpenter. I'm a delivery person. I work in a warehouse. I work something where you're just beating these shoes up and they're falling apart. That doesn't surprise me. These I would not use as a daily driver. When I did cable for 18 years. I spent the money on good boots. I wouldn't wear $50 boots. Well, I did when I first started. I thought they would be good enough, and they fell apart. My feet hurt and sucked. I'd spend the money on good work boots, not these. So yeah, I mean, these aren't gonna. You're not gonna build a house wearing these. You're not gonna use these for walking around constantly. They're gonna wear out. This tread, like I said, is okay, but if I was wearing these every day, they probably would last me a couple months and then they'd be worn down. It's very soft rubber, which should make it grippy, but they're not. So, like I said, the only problem I've had, shoelaces broke. They gave me an extra pair, so I just replaced these. These are the new ones. The hot spot when I first got them up here, which went away. And it's just the kind of questionable tread on them. But other than that, everything else is really, really good. Like there's no, even a little waterproof deal on here. That little thing still stuck on. It's not even loose, and that's just glued on. So yeah, they're decent. I can't complain for $50. I've gotten 3 seasons out of them. Looks like they're gonna, unless something happens to them while they're in storage over the summer, it looks like I'll get a 4th season out of them. But should you buy them? If you're looking for good, cheap hiking boots, they're worth a shot. I wouldn't use them for work boots though. So have you bought these? Let me know in the comments what you think of them. Did I get a good pair, or are the bad ones the oddity? Next video, I'm going to talk about that Amazon puffy jacket. So if you're interested in that, check that out too. Otherwise, see you in the next.